It's time for the Humor Highwire.
Dope.
Hello, everyone. My name is Markiplier.
Oh, stop. Leave
For
people...
the morning to your laddies.
What? Oh.
Go on.
Yeah, you gotta go with that now. You started.
I'm
Oh.
AedanGraef, also known as Justin.
You only had the one phrase.
No, wait. Now, hold on. I get that I
What?
chose the easiest one,
What?
but, like...
No, I have a toddler sleeping. I can't do it.
You gotta do the whoosh.
That I definitely can't do. I don't pay the editing team enough for that.
Alright, ENCK, let's hear your best PewDiePie.
I've actually never watched that individual, so I don't know what they are. Or I know what they are. I know who they are. But I don't know how to do an impression of them because I've never actually heard their voice.
And welcome to...
When did you become Scottish?
Who is that?
That's his old accent.
He's
Yeah.
like the
old
What's
accent.
up, Drama Alert Nation? I'm your host, Killer Keemstar.
So anyway, I'm the clown.
Yeah, this is Humor Highwire. I don't know what any of this other... I don't know what's happening, but...
Welcome to Humor Highwire.
Yeah, welcome, guys. The show where there's two people that just confuse me. And that's the show. And then I get upset about it, and I try to, manage that. But, hey, let's do it.
We get through it.
Yeah, it's good. It's fun. So the
On here.
the first segment is a controversy corner, right? And you guys are going to inform me about something with Elon Musk and a game called PoE.
Oh, yeah.
It's time for the controversy corner.
Hello, everyone. I'm Elon Musk.
Oh my god. Stop.
Anyway. Yeah, so, to
And
those
just
of you...
like that, we lost 3 of our listeners.
We didn't even have one, so we're in the negatives.
We're in the negative listeners. The people who
we
had heard of the show.
We owe the podcast forums money.
Yeah. People
If
who
you
heard
tune
of the
in right
podcast.
now, as I'm speaking, we'll gift you 3 stubs, but you got to tune into our live stream that we have.
See, I was just going to go with something like a little bit more nebulous, like, 3 people who had once heard of the show have just lost all memory of it because of that. See that, but now you guys are like, I'm going to hand money to nebulous entities that already have too much and live stream. Like, okay.
We're sponsored by Mr. Beast this time around, so.
Oh, yeah. And BetterHelp.
BetterHelp, yeah.
What is going on with...
And Honey.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, so Elon Musk, right?
Yeah.
Pro gamer. Extraordinaire.
Yeah. So he's gone on record over probably like the past year talking about how good of a gamer he is. He's like a god gamer.
You may know him from the Diablo 4 leaderboards.
Yeah. So he's on the Diablo 4 leaderboards. Everyone was just very impressed with his account. The reason I say his account is recently he's been playing a game called PoE, which is short for Path of Exile, specifically the second one. Any gamers in our audience would know that Grinding Gear Games has been working on a sequel to their Diablo-like adventure. Anyway, that's besides
Diablo-like adventure?
Yes, Diablo-like adventure. It's a Diablo-like game. So, the gamers will know what that means.
Blizzard wishes
You're right, Exile-like. My bad.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he has an account on PoE2, and it is what's called a hardcore account, meaning that if he dies once in the game,
he does a lot of sit-ups.
Kind of. It feels that way because you lose all of your progress if you die in a hardcore mode.
More on that later.
Yes. So, on this PoE account, he did stream it during the initial campaign and was struggling with the final boss. Okay, that's fine. Later on, he streams with like a top. It was like a top 20, like level 95 character, which takes about like at this point to be a level 95 in the game because it just released. You'd have to be playing like 80 hours a week.
This is Elon Musk we're talking about.
Yes, Elon Musk has been grinding PoE, I guess, 80 hours a week, apparently, allegedly.
Well, he just rides around in a Tesla and a spaceship all the time, and that's all self-driving, so I'm assuming he's got a lot of time.
Sure. Okay,
Right.
so let's talk about what he streamed to the people. He went on stream on his lovely platform that everyone loves, X, formerly known as Twitter. And what he streamed was quite amazing. It was that hardcore account I'm talking about, and he demonstrated a deep knowledge of the game.
It was
I feel like you're lying.
it had to, I mean, such an experienced and well-established gamer like Elon, there's no way that, he was being serious with what he was doing. Surely it was satire. I mean, his mouse, I mean, to be the level he's at the point he's at in the game, he would have to play like one of the most efficient gaming machines on the planet in Path of Exile. So surely he wasn't moving his mouse as slow as molasses on purpose and clicking on grayed out portions of his map just for starters that are literally inaccessible, that even somebody like me who's literally never played the game before could tell wouldn't function.
In a section that's specifically labeled Elon's maps.
This is striking me very much like a situation where you have a person who like talks up a big game about doing something, and then they attempt to do it and they're not that great at it, and then they turn around and go, I would have been a lot better if I was actually trying.
Well, listen, this is like a top like 20 account easily.
Oh yeah. The account itself is very impressive. I mean, this thing is decked out.
So where's the punchline? Like what?
Well, let's talk about some gameplay that he had.
Yeah, that was good.
First of all, he went into a very easy map because he wasn't allowed to play on the more difficult ones under Elon's maps. That was not allowed. No, he went to a pretty easy area and proceeded to tell everyone how all the difficulty settings were maxed out. Everything's maxed out. There's no way that it could get harder to his knowledge. First of all, I'm not even going to get too far into this, but sure, he's on hardcore, but there's not like magical settings that you can press here to make it harder or easier.
He could have put it on hardcore mode and then turned all the graphic settings down to the lowest possible state so you can't see certain animations.
Well, he probably had to do that anyway because PoE's got some issues with what do you call that? Where the game doesn't run properly.
Efficiency?
I mean, it glitches.
Sure, whatever. It takes a pretty hefty machine to run it. Right now,
it's a hungry game. It takes a lot of resources. Okay.
Yeah.
So he's playing in polygon mode. Okay.
No, he's playing it in decent settings.
All the hardest ones, right?
Yeah, all the hardest ones.
Right.
So he fights like during one of his combats.
Mm-hmm.
They're really hard to watch because to explain it to Ian, you get a mana flask that can restore your mana.
Okay. Yeah. Like a Dark Souls thing?
Sure. Yeah, exactly. He ran out of mana.
Oh, okay.
Had a full flask.
Yeah.
For the majority of the fight.
Sure. Oh.
Now, his gear is so good that it was no problem, but it's certainly not something that a top player would be doing.
He's straight up like, where are my glasses while they're on his forehead style? Like,
it was very slow.
And he was live streaming this, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he was
Okay, so I'm assuming the chat is like exploding, telling him to use the mana flask, right?
Whatever streaming is on Twitter. So I don't know how that works.
Wow. Okay.
But that's where he was streaming.
But
it's X now, which is even
more.
The professional players who were watching the footage were beside themselves, very upset for a lot of things. One of the really fun moments for me was that one of the rarest resources in the game dropped right at the beginning of his run. Like, for context, one of the guys who was watching, who has like a similarly leveled account, says he has about 21 of that resource. And it dropped just right there. But because it didn't highlight a specific color, Elon didn't know to pick it up. So he left it there.
Yeah, this is like probably the most rare resource, the thing that every high-level character's looking for right now. I think they're called Chaos Orbs or something.
Yeah.
And he just kind of like left it. People don't leave those.
He did, however, pick up the completely useless maps.
Don't worry, he got those.
He did also, however, try to pick up items when his inventory was full repeatedly.
And was like physically trying to
over and over again.
Yeah.
He did drag them one by one into his inventory box.
Instead of just clicking on them.
You know, Elon Musk, the high efficiency gaming machine.
I feel like we're spending a lot of time just dragging on this dude. Like, where's the okay? I feel like, again, we're building to something. Like, what's the thing? What happened?
Oh.
He's obviously like not.
You want to know what happened?
He sucks. So like things aren't matching up, right? So what happened?
The character died. While he was in Twitter space.
No.
Oh, by the way, the most damning evidence is the fact that there are multiple IP signatures on that account.
Oh, so he's having other people play in this account.
Yes.
Okay.
If that wasn't flagrantly obvious.
I mean, I'm fairly certain that's, I was just waiting for the confirmation.
You could argue maybe he was using a VPN or whatever, but...
Yeah, I mean, okay, so for anybody who isn't super tech savvy and might be listening to this, when you have multiple IP signatures, essentially what that's saying is that there are multiple computers, often in completely separate locations, like potentially states or countries away, accessing this account. So it'd be like you at home logging on to an account somewhere, and then somebody on the other side of the country doing the same exact thing. The number that shows up would be completely different. And yeah, you could say you're using a VPN, but most of the time VPN IPs are very similar to one another unless you're using some really high level stuff. So the more than likely, he just had other people playing this game for him, because I don't think you would need a VPN or would want to use a VPN to play a game.
No.
Now, I should say, none of this is direct evidence.
I mean, if somebody was doing some digging, I'm pretty sure it could be pretty direct. But yeah, okay.
Check his PayPal
account. Check his PayPal account.
Do you know he invented PayPal? Common misconception.
There we go. That was the joke. Yes. Thank you.
But yeah, anyway, the evidence is pretty damning, but the jury's still out.
Yeah, we'll get back to you once we know for sure. We can't be
We'll
positive.
never know
okay?
for
Yeah,
sure.
we can't.
But
We can't be positive
So
on this
what
one.
did he
okay?
say when he died? Like, did he have any commentary on that, or just like, whoops?
I don't think
to
he's
be
come out
honest,
and
I don't
said
know.
anything. He hasn't had any funny haha moments about this. Normally he'll do something like post it. Like I saw somebody make a comment like normally he'd come out and I think it was Moist Critical said like he'll come out and he'll post something like like a picture of himself photoshopped over Iron Man and say haha I am Irony Man or something like that.
Yeah. So any viewers that want to have a really good laugh, there's this really funny podcast I saw him featured on called Fortnite Fridays, by Connor Eats Pants. Check it out. It's pretty funny and often very rage-inducing podcast.
Yeah, we'll link that in the show notes for this episode.
Yeah, you're welcome for the free promo, Connor, from our 0 listeners.
Hey, you know what? We've probably got one at this point.
Yeah, that's right.
Sorry,
We're blowing
our
up.
-2 listeners. My
So
bad.
our next segment is something new that
Yes.
we were all sitting around a table recently, and we're like, "Hey, this could be something fun." So we're gonna give it a try.
Yeah.
Justin, you're starting with this. What did we name the segment again?
Yeah. So I don't know if this is exactly what we discussed, but I was trying desperately to remember, and then I was like, well, this sounds kind of fun, so I went with this. I called it Delicious or Disaster. I don't remember if that was the exact name we came up when we
It
were
was either
spitballing it.
that or tasty or terrible, but
Yeah.
either one I
Yeah.
think is fine. You
It's-
know what? Everyone, send us an email.
Yeah.
Tell us what you want the
Hit
segment
us
to be
up.
called.
Let us know.
Is it good, not good? Like,
Yeah, good, not good. I love that. Good, not good. Okay.
Delicious or disaster?
Okay. Anyway,
Go
here's
ahead,
the coffee table pitch, okay? Basically, I've got a list of 10 things, okay? And these two guys are going to suss out and try and figure out of this list of 10 things. Now, all of these things are not edible. Okay? That's the first thing. All these things are completely inedible. However, my job was to hide within this list of 10 inedible things 3 things that, if prepared properly, could maybe make something happen in the tasty zone. Okay,
Nice.
so we're trying to
So they're
determine.
factually things that can be that,
They're
or you're just theory crafting
I
here.
think this would be in Justin's mind. This is something that could happen.
I think it's up to discretion of the host.
Okay.
I will disclose that I approach this from a perspective of can be safely consumed to some degree.
I repeat my previous statement. Okay, so there's 3 things on this list of 10, and it's our job to pick out the 3 things that could be turned into something that's edible. Now, here's my question for clarification. Do the 3 things go together into like some sort of food product, or are they each individually something that could be fooded?
They could go together, or they could be individualized.
Is that you saying I'm not telling you? Is that you saying like it could be?
Yes.
Okay. So it could. So like item 1, 2, or 3 on its own could be something that you could figure out.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
you could also have all 3 be okay. Cool.
Yeah. All right. So get your pens and pencils ready, folks, because I'm gonna go down the whole list, and then you guys are gonna debate, and then you're gonna pose to me all 3 at once.
Okay. Hold on. Wait. I gotta get something to write with.
Or you can
I'll just
type.
use my keyboard.
Yeah, you could probably just type as well.
Yeah, everyone loves my keyboard noises.
I hate it.
They told me that.
Okay. You ready?
Okay. Yeah, I'm ready.
Item number 1. Chocolate soap.
What?
Item number 2. Styrofoam. Item number 3. wood shavings. Item number 4, shaving cream.
That
Item number
reminds me of a
5,
story.
laundry detergent. Item number 6, scented candle. Item number 7, construction paper. Item number 8, artichokes. Item number 9,
What's item number 9?
grandma's
What?
grandma's knitting.
Okay.
And item number 10, gel-filled stress ball.
I don't think stress balls are usually gel filled.
Okay.
They can't. You know what I'm talking about? Those things at Five Below, you squish them and they're like filled with the goop.
It's got the Orbeez in it and stuff.
Styrofoam?
Yeah.
Styrofoam.
Okay. Well, okay. So
Styrofoam.
it's up.
There we
Wait,
go.
it's up to the two of us to figure it out. Is that what it is?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Well, okay.
Which
so one of
three
them is,
are the items?
okay. Well, one of them is gosh darn artichokes.
We're not. So listen, if this is from his, like, the way I understand it is he's theory crafting. These are all inedible, but could be like tasty, maybe.
Look,
So
look.
artichoke is out.
No.
I'm telling you,
I refuse.
artichoke is out.
But the problem is, artichoke is a food.
Yeah, no, but it's inedible to him.
But it's a food.
It could never be prepared in a way that he will eat it.
Okay. So
you have to trust me on this one.
listen, okay. So hold on. I just from the jump, my first 3 guesses right now is still artichokes,
I'm telling you, you're gonna be messing up.
wood shavings, and construction paper.
All right.
So that's where I'm at right now, and I'll explain my rationale. What do you think?
Laundry detergent, shaving cream,
No.
and I'm here like just trying to think about what a toddler would chew on, and I'm thinking chocolate soap.
No, please no.
I think these are the winners.
So here's the thing. No, okay. So the laundry detergent.
You're laughing. I think I got it.
Okay, this can't be real.
This is not how I would have run this.
No, hold on. The 3 things that you just explained, unless very specifically the chocolate soap is non-toxic soap,
It's for
everything
babies.
that you just listed is toxic to ingest.
Laundry
it's-
detergent for babies.
Dude, Tide Pods.
Shaving cream for babies.
No.
It's baby
No.
safe.
There's no
Non-toxic.
There's no market need for shaving cream for babies.
Yeah, but it looks like whipped cream. Looks like whipped cream.
Okay, well hold on. Then by that logic, I don't think it would be the chocolate soap, it would be the scented candle. Because a scented candle could be like apple pie scent.
But it doesn't look good. And it's got fire on it.
Only when it's on fire.
Yeah, it's got fire on it. You can't eat that. Can't eat fire.
It did not say a lit
You can't eat
scented
fire,
candle,
though.
just a scented candle.
Doesn't even taste good. Fire doesn't taste good. Chocolate tastes good. Chocolate soap. Eat that.
Okay, Justin, do we have to be in consensus on this?
So here's what I'm thinking. Because I'm realizing here's what I'm thinking. I think you guys do need to be consensus. But I also think that getting 3 out of 10 in one shot is like needle in a haystack proportions. So I think we need to change it up a little bit. So I think I instead want you guys to pick 2 to eliminate each round. And we're going to do it that way. 2 to eliminate as things that I won't eat.
Laundry detergent and the stress ball. That's what I think.
I think artichoke and grandma's knitting.
God, no, not the artichokes round
Dude,
one.
I'm telling you, you gotta
guys
trust
have
on
to
this
agree.
one. You
You
gotta
have to
trust
agree.
on this one.
The artichokes are the only thing on this list that are food.
Listen, I'll give up grandma's knitting, and we'll do one of yours. But I won't give up the
I
artichoke.
swear to all the gods that if we lose in the first round because you were so hard on the fact that Justin doesn't eat artichokes, I'm going to be kind of upset.
Oh, I know this.
Okay,
We know
so
this.
one of them's going to be artichokes, and like it has to be laundry detergent. He would not eat he's not a Tide Pods guy. Like he's not. He's met enough high schoolers with problems to not eat laundry detergent.
All right, I'll give it to you, but I'm not happy about it.
Yeah, I'm not happy about artichokes either.
I'm not happy about it.
All right, we're locking that in, Justin.
And if we get it wrong, I'll blame it all on you.
All right,
artichokes
so
and laundry
artichokes and laundry detergent. Final
Yeah.
answer.
Final
I
answer.
guess.
You are safe.
Horse excrement.
Look,
What the hell?
I open this by saying every item on this list is not food.
I told you.
You know what, man? I
Told you. This is biased list.
Thanks. This is upsetting. Okay.
Now you're starting to realize the shaving cream, man. It's coming. It's coming through.
See, but you wanted the laundry detergent, so you were wrong about that.
I did. Dude, I was thinking about Tide Pods, too.
See, I was going at this from like a really specific culinary point of view.
No, you gotta throw that out.
Because we're starting a fire with construction paper to light up the wood shavings to smoke the artichokes. Because that would actually be edible food.
That theory's gone.
Yeah, I don't know where to go from here because this is... I mean...
Let's just go with the next safest ones.
I think grandma's knitting is not on this list because, I love my grandma, but also I wouldn't want to eat her knitting because I don't think it would smell that great, honestly. And, yeah.
What about your other pick? Just so I have an idea.
I would probably say grandma's knitting and styrofoam, honestly, because of the texture. I think Justin would not go for styrofoam texture.
I think you're right, and I'm not even focusing on the texture. I'm focusing on that sound. Can you imagine?
Oh yeah, no, he'd go crazy.
No,
yeah,
it's great. I think those are two safe ones to eliminate.
Okay, so we're going grandma's knitting and styrofoam for the second round. Locked in.
Locked in? Okay. You're double wrong.
We're double wrong?
Kick him from the notion.
You would eat styrofoam?
Both of those things.
You would eat both of those?
I would eat both of those things.
Whose grandma's knitting are you eating also?
Any grandma's knitting. You want to know why?
Why?
Mail us your grandma's knitting.
Because it's absorbent.
What are you talking about?
What?
It's absorbent.
What are you talking?
Dip it in hot sauce.
What are you talking about? What are you saying?
You say you could put hot sauce on knitting?
See, when I was talking about this when we did the coffee table pitch, this is not what I envisioned.
This is not.
We look for like some weird ass foods and
yeah, I'm not. Listen,
this guy brought to the picnic styrofoam and grandma's knitting, and he's dipping it in hot sauce.
Okay, explain styrofoam to me, because I thought for sure.
So, when I was looking into things that can be dipped and scooped, I was thinking about styrofoam plates. And I thought that they can be treated much like potato chips. And I was looking into it and I thought like, yeah, you can really rip into those things with like a dip of queso and just go to town. And
they
it'll
call
probably
me
be
the
okay
clown.
because if you could like if you can like get like mostly queso and like a little bit of styrofoam, like you could probably survive that, and it's not even dangerous for you. So
No,
yeah,
you can't eat styrofoam.
I looked it up.
You can't eat it.
What was your third thing?
Wood shavings.
No.
Then it was chocolate soap,
No,
wasn't
because
it?
wood shavings
No.
would make sense. What'd you pick?
Shaving
I swear to
cream.
God, did you pick the stress ball?
No,
No, you picked the shaving cream. It looks like
No.
whipped cream. What? Construction paper?
I did. I picked construction
Okay.
paper.
Yeah, that one kind of makes sense.
Fiber.
Sure, yeah. I eat construction paper.
This man said
pretty good.
fiber. This man said fiber, and he wouldn't eat wood shavings.
Actually, I think you
I
can,
actually
but
was
people eat
thinking-
bark.
Listen,
Yes.
wood
Yeah.
People can't eat it.
wood shavings was number 4 on my list. It
Dude.
almost made the cut.
I don't
You
know.
might get a splinter though. You got to be careful.
Yeah, that's why it didn't make the cut.
You could have soaked it. You could soak it in water. Okay, see, my recollection of the coffee table pitch of this is if you like did some exaggerated stuff to these items, they could then become things that you would eat. Like,
And then,
you know,
like, we talked about whether we would eat them or not.
yeah, like, like
I don't know what this monstrosity was.
like, I can imagine
But
a
like,
world
I would talk about rocks, dude, because in some cultures, dude, they
like
they
salt
cook
lick
the
rock.
rocks.
Salt lick rocks,
They
yeah.
cook the rocks.
But like, there is a world. I am positive there's a world where we could prepare artichokes and you would like it. I know there is a world that exists where that is the case.
No, there isn't.
There is no
Doctor
world.
Strange looked into all whatever number
No.
universes,
There's no
and in
world.
one was there one where he ate artichokes.
There's no world where I am positive. If I gave you a styrofoam cup or something, you would not eat it, no matter what. You could put all the queso dip in the world on it because at the end of the day, you know you're eating styrofoam.
And probably gonna die. You're probably gonna die from eating styrofoam
You
and
can't die from eating styrofoam.
grandma's knitting.
You could die from eating grandma's
Dude,
knitting.
grandma's knitting.
You can
Well,
die from eating styrofoam.
Look it up right now.
I will. You could choke on it.
You could.
Yeah, that's
thing with
what
grandma's
that's
knitting,
what
too.
it said. You could die if you choke on it.
And
Also,
think about this. What if you don't
Polystyrene is considered safe for food use when in a solid state.
when in a solid
Heating.
state?
For food
eating.
use. For food
Okay,
use,
what happens if you
not
consume it?
consumption.
Is styrofoam safe to consume?
Your food use is using it as a plate or a cup, man, not eating it.
Safe to eat. Here, I'm looking it up right now. It may block your esophagus, your stomach, or your bowel.
Probably fine.
A small amount of styrofoam is not dangerous. A
Yeah,
small
so
amount.
they didn't say how
Small
much.
amount.
There's no specification on how much we have to eat. I'm eating one
The
styrofoam chip.
EPA recognizes styrene as a health threat to humans. It's also considered a human carcinogen.
It's nothing but bad. This man will not consume a properly prepared artichoke,
Nope.
but he will eat something that is a carcinogen.
One styrofoam chip
Audio
down the
listeners,
hatch.
the views expressed on Humor Highwire do not reflect those of the hosts, nor the business entity known as Humor Highwire.
Okay, listen. I can see where we were going with this, but I feel like we need to workshop it a little bit because, like, if we continue this way with this particular segment, I'm always going to lose. Even when I'm the one coming up with the list, I'm
I
always
thought we were
gonna
just
lose.
having a friendly discussion about things that could be tasty.
Like, I'm never gonna win this because I look at this
I
list.
thought it wasn't a win or lose list. I thought we were just going to have a conversation
Because
on the podcast.
I look at this list and I look at the three things literally the only 3 things on here that could be produced as actual food. Construction paper is pushing it a
wood
little bit.
shavings.
I was thinking like
and artichokes.
smoked artichokes in like a construction paper burrito. Like that's where like
Ew.
my brain. Yeah, it's not great, but you could eat it. You could eat it.
Yeah, but the
You
kicker was
you could soak the construction
you
paper
had
and
to,
like
according to his rules, you had to like find a way for it to taste good in your
but
mind.
here's the thing, you can though. Here's
Artichokes can't taste good in his mind.
but they can.
And they're inedible. They can't.
Just because he can't. It's because he
This is a
can't think
biased
of a
list.
way.
It was always biased. We were screwed from the start.
I think in the future when we do this segment, I think it has to be a list. We can do like a list of 10 things, but then it's more of like we each take things from the list and try to come up with the best possible like thing to make, like food.
Ooh,
that's
a good twist. That's
we get
a good
3
twist.
things
That's
off
fun.
the list. Yeah. So that'd be my thing, and it could even be like draft style. Like we each pick one in like a snake draft, and then if we lose a thing, that's bad times for us. And then we have to figure it out, like something like that. Like, is this? I'm always gonna lose. I like every time. I can't get your guys.
I'm gonna keep this in my back
insane.
pocket. This is gonna be the unhinged segment.
Do we like roll a d20 and on a 1 we get an unhinged segment? Is that how this works? Like,
we have to have a back pocket list of unhinged segments.
So this is not delicious or disaster. This is
just disaster.
This is just unhinged disaster. That's what this is, guys. Okay, so that's what this unhinged disaster is going to be pulled out when Justin's having a hard time. Okay, that's what's going to happen. He's having a bad day. He's like, you know what? Time to make an inane list of things.
I had a great time making this list.
I don't know why.
Insanity. Well,
I really thought this out too.
It certainly seems
took
like
me 40 minutes.
God. Okay, well, with that chilling realization, that's all we have for this episode. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Welcome to Humor Highwire.
No, it's not what. Okay, whatever. Bye.